Hello and welcome to the Magic the Ring podcast. I'm your host Nick with Josh, and today we're talking all things fish, and I mean Dan. Dan?
Yeah, yeah.
Dan.
And Shoebox, which had a lot of fish. So yeah, the I went to a convention this weekend and it was super fun. We're definitely going to talk about that. So I mean, it was a short weekend. It felt like, but it was a good time. So we'll talk about that for sure. There's going to be most of the podcast, but we've got to talk about the Dandan Secret Lair today, man. So
Yeah.
yes, so you forgot to buy yours.
Oh, so yeah, I got in line. I get the notification. I'm in line. I add two to my cart, and then I'm like, it's like 13-minute wait, and then I get a call from my doctor that I'm gonna get my nose fixed, and then I
Dang.
remember like at 12:30, I'm like, oh wait a minute, I need to go in, and then it's like
Oh,
they're also now like, no.
yeah.
So,
Yeah,
oh
so
well.
yeah, it was crazy. It sold out in 30 minutes was the time. Sold out in
Oh
30 minutes. Yeah,
wow.
so
So I was lucky enough to get it in
you
my cart, and then I whiffed.
yeah, you would have been there. So yeah, I went up to Minneapolis this weekend for the Shoebox Magic convention type thing, which was super fun. And so like I think it was Friday they came out with the article about the Dandan Secret Lair, or maybe it was Thursday or Friday they came out with it said, oh, we're the Chaos Vault's dropping on Monday. And I was like, oh man, it's gonna
Hmm.
be the Dandan Secret Lair, and I'm gonna be on the road, and I'm gonna miss it, and all this stuff. So I picked it up in Atlanta. I already had one, but my son, like, it's his favorite thing to do now. Like, he'll come over and we'll just play Dandan, and he loves it. So I said I'd get him one, or try to get him one, and yeah, so I set an alarm last night for 10:30 our time, and which was 8:30 for the sale, and so then we were driving back, and uh, Minneapolis or Minnesota, got like, I don't know, almost a foot of snow or something, and so we were driving back in the snow and sliding all over the road, and the my alarm went off, and I was like, oh crap, man, I'm glad I set that alarm, because I totally forgot about it. I would have missed it too if I hadn't set that alarm.
Yeah.
And so my wife was in the car with me. She gets on, and she's getting in the queue and all that stuff. And right about that time, like, we were on the road, and we were ready for a rest break, so we just pulled off to this gas station. And right at that time is when I got in the queue right at the beginning. It said 15-minute wait. I was like, awesome. So we were getting ready to pull off, and so I pulled in the parking lot. We went in and used bathroom and snacks and stuff, and came back out, and it was my time, and got in and got my one for my son, and then we were back on the road to come home. So
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
I was super lucky. Like, man, I was looking out for myself Sunday night, setting that alarm, and so yeah, it was pretty
Whew.
crazy. I figured this thing was going to sell out super fast. And it sure did. And I'm sorry you didn't get yours. I'm sorry you didn't get an extra one that I
It's
could
all right.
to get to you, but
It's all good.
I didn't know you were interested in it, but
I just thought it would be cool to have. Like that's like a
yeah.
pretty like it's sweet looking. It's one of a
Oh
kind.
yeah,
And then when I saw it
yeah.
was $100, I was expecting the thing to be like 200-300 bucks. So I was like, 100, I'll get
Yeah,
that.
no.
You know, and
So yeah, a
great
hundred buck,
gift.
$100 I think is the sweet spot. Because it's like 80-ish, $80 to $90 to put your own together with those same cards. So I think
Yeah,
I
it has
think
like a capture Jin Zhao in it too. So
two
I
of them.
think that
Yeah,
part's great.
yes, it has two of them in
And a
there. So
really,
that
really cool memory lap, like in the islands, and like oh,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
pretty
All the art,
cool. And then
all
the
the artists.
alt art dandans.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's all the art's phenomenal. So yeah, I think $100 is right there. I think that's what I paid for the event in Atlanta. It was like 100, maybe 120, but I also got the playmat. So which the playmat is
nice.
super sweet. This is one of my favorite playmats ever that I own. It's probably one of my favorite things that I own. Magic, not card wise, is that in
Oh, it's
playmat. It's
beautiful. That
yeah,
mat is like just
yeah.
that's what it's about. And this is really, I think, where Secret Lair excels. Like, you're probably
Uh-huh.
not gonna go put a bunch of dandans on the shelf, like, and who's gonna get it? You know, they'd be like, what the heck? I didn't know Magic was this weird game. You
Yeah,
know, but like,
but I mean, what like once somebody plays it though, they're gonna go find that and get it. You know, like they could put
yeah.
it on the shelf. You just have to get people to play the game, and they'll go over there and they will buy it.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, like I feel like that. Like you know, if somebody just has to play the game, and like they're gonna go, you know, get the game, buy the game, which is
Yeah.
Dandan. It's not really Magic. I mean, it is Magic. It uses Magic cards, but the game is Dandan. You know, so
Yeah.
yeah, it's. I was surprised it sold out like that fast. I figured it would sell out pretty fast, but man, it was crazy. 30 minutes. And yeah, I was just lucky in the right place, the right time, and setting the alarms and stuff worked.
Well,
So
and usually my roommate has to be the one who gets me my secret layers because he
yeah,
works from home, so he'll
uh
fix up. But he wasn't interested in it,
huh.
and that's kind of funny. But then because usually when I try to get in on my phone, at least in recent history, I usually just can't get in. Like I'll just be too late or too
Yeah,
slow. Just I don't
yeah,
know if it's like the Wi-Fi from my phone. It's just like it's not as fast. But maybe since they made the changes, maybe this is a good sign. So the next secret layer I
right,
can
yeah.
get, I'll have an opportunity. So it's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
I was definitely worried, but it all worked out for me. So I'm sorry
Yeah.
sorry it didn't work out for you, but you know you could
Think
put
about
it.
how fast it would have sold out if they didn't have those new barriers on it, right? Like it would have been out probably in like 10
Yeah.
minutes.
Yeah.
So
So was the limit two? I didn't actually see
limit
the
two.
thing. I handed you know, my wife picked up the phone and I told her, you know, where to go and all and how to sign in and all that stuff. I didn't see it. So you know, she did all the heavy lifting for me. So so it was limit two on
But
the
yeah,
on the
limit
on
limit two, limit
okay.
two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So but yeah, and I
Yeah.
mean, I posted a video of me opening that secret lair with the mat and everything when I got back from Atlanta. And over the last, ever since Friday, man, that video is like skyrocketed in views.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
and I've seen people sharing it. Like people, I was in a forum today, and somebody is like, "What are the you know, what do you think the bonus cards are going to be?" And somebody posted my video, and they're like, "Yeah, here's a video. It shows everything that's coming in here, and the bonus cards are going to be they. So when I did the video, the Dan thing doesn't come with the deck list, right? The secret lair didn't come with a deck list. So
Oh wow.
I opened up the deck and it was all there. And then at the bottom were two Mystic Sanctuaries. So I thought that Mystic Sanctuary was the bonus cards.
Oh.
And so that's what I said in the video. I said the two bonus cards look like it's Mystic Sanctuary, but it turns out they're Vision Charms. The two it's
Oh.
two Vision Charms. Yeah. So so the article
Really?
yeah so the article they put up on Friday or Saturday had the deck list in it, and it said notable inclusions, and it goes through three or four cards, and it said notable exclusions, and it was a blue card with a red flashback cost. I don't remember what it's called, and then Vision Charm, and I was like, really? And so yeah, so they said that the Vision Charm was excluded, but they added two of them in with new art
Oh.
foil as the bonus cards. So yeah, so if you watch my video on Dan, I do think I say that you know, Mystic Sanctuary is the bonus cards, but it is Vision Charm, and I do lay out the whole deck so you can see that the Vision Charms are in there, and they aren't
Vision
on
Charm's
the
there for
thing.
that
So
pre-modern, for those pre-modern players. So you know.
so yeah, it's fun. It's fun having you know, that video and having people like that's the reference for Dan for people to go, you know, check out the Dan secret layer. Like it's cool having that video, you know, be the reference
Yeah.
for people for a product. So
You're
you
the
know,
Dan man.
yeah, I was really happy about that. And so speaking of that, so you know, I was at the Shoebox convention this weekend, and I did get to talk to Nick Floyd, who is the creator of Dan. I think while you were waiting in the queue, there was a video that you could watch of them interviewing Nick Floyd. They flew him out to the Wizards headquarters and talked to him about the format and everything that he created and all this. And he was there this weekend because he lives pretty close. He lives in Minnesota, pretty close, and so he was there and he had tons of different other formats besides Dan. But I was able to sit down and interview him. So I will get that video up. I'm planning on having that video up before this podcast come out. So I will point right here, and the little thumbnail for the video of his interview will show up there, and you can click that and go check out that video as well when you're done listening to this podcast. But yeah, so it was I got to talk to the man himself, the creator of Dan. We were messaging back and forth. He actually, when I posted that video of the secret layer back in like October, it was right after MagicCon Atlanta. He commented on the video a couple times, and so then I like DM'd him and stuff, and we messaging back and forth, and I asked him if he would sit down with me for an interview this weekend, and we got it done just before
That's
he was
so
leaving.
sick.
So yeah, so it was super cool getting to talk to him and kind of pick his brain a little bit and get some background on the creation and everything. So yeah, so yeah,
Yeah,
check
I mean,
that video
I'm
out
loving to
and
find that out because who just makes this mini game out of Magic? They're like, oh, you know what'd be
yeah.
cool?
Yeah,
This
this
weird creature and only one deck.
yeah, I'm not gonna spoil it for you here,
Yeah,
but
yeah, no
go
spoilers.
watch the interview and find out. It's a pretty cool story. So he's super nice, and he, like I said, he had a bunch of different versions of Dan. There was a mono white version that played Jotun grunts, so it has the cumulative upkeep where you have to put cards from the graveyard into the library. And my wife and I played that one. That was one of my favorite ones that we played. There was another black pirate
Oh,
one.
really? Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Pirate
so.
one.
Yeah, so I will. I'm gonna post on the. If you go check out that interview, I'll post the links to all those. He gave me a link to all the different things that he had there this weekend to check out. So if you're looking for Dan type, formats to play that aren't Dan, and while you're waiting for your secret layer to come in the mail, you can go go check out his other stuff. He's created, I don't know, probably 10 different versions of different colors, different cards and all that stuff. So yeah, this so this convention, Nick, is something that you would definitely love. Like, if you don't make it to any MagicCons, fine, but if you miss the next shoebox, I like, I'll be disappointed for you, because you would
Okay.
have absolutely loved this weekend. So there was a convention. It was in St. Paul, Minnesota, and it was put on by like a group of, I don't know, 10 or 12 different creators. They just came up with this event to do, and I don't know why it's called Shoebox. I could probably look into that and find out. But
It's your Magic card shoebox. Everyone has a
yeah,
shoebox of Magic
full of
stuff,
magic
yeah.
cards. Yeah, that's probably it, but I don't know for sure, so I don't want to say. But it's to showcase all kinds of different variant formats of Magic, and yeah, it was actually amazing. So it's
Did they do
like
Type 4?
what's Type 4? I can tell you.
Type 4 is the one where you can play only one spell a turn. You have like a hand of five, and you have infinite mana, and you just like can play. And there's like four people, and you draw off the same Type 4 stack. That's like one
So
that
that's
you would enjoy there.
Wizard's Tower.
Oh, okay.
Is probably what that is closest to. Yeah. So I'll talk about all the formats I played this weekend, because
Oh,
they were
I'm so
super fun.
excited.
Yeah. So to the convention, it's kind of like MagicCon, but like on a very smaller scale. There's a few thousand people there, and there was a few vendors, a few artists. There was cosplayers, but the main thing was they had a cube draft, and it was like a tournament with a cube. So they had that. That was the main event all weekend. They had a Dan tournament. There was winners for that. So those are the main two ones. They had another you opened two packs. I think it was you opened two packs of Commander Legends, or Legends Baldur's Gate, one of those two, and you picked your commander, and then you drafted three packs and built your commander deck. It was, I think you built a 60 card commander deck out of those packs. I think it was five packs total, and that was another
Yeah.
thing that they put on there. But then, like, those were the things where you could like pay to enter, right? And then like everything else is free. They had
Oh,
Yeah, so people like
now you're speaking my language.
yeah, like I spent $60 there is all I spent, and I bought these super cool sleeves. I don't know if you've seen these before. These are Japan exclusive sleeves. I don't know if you can see that very well.
Oh,
Yeah, there you go.
oh yeah, nice, yeah,
It's got
nice.
the old Magic logo on them. I bought 2 packs
Is
of
every
those,
color.
and I bought these. These are so the sleeves
Oh
look.
my gosh,
Yeah,
that's
the
so
sleeves look
cool.
like a pack of revised. They had. I've been wanting this for a long time. They have all kinds of the older packs. They have like Arabian Nights, The Dark, all kinds of stuff. Different packs that look, that are printed on the sleeves. And yeah, so I spent $60 on sleeves. That's all I spent all weekend, and I played more games of Magic this weekend than I probably played all of last year. Like I,
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
yeah. Um, so the first thing there's so yeah, so everything's free. Everybody brings their like their pet project, or their pet format that they've invented, and they bring it there and like show it off, and they're like wanting people to come play this, with them. And
Oh my
like,
God.
yeah, and like, so people brought their cubes that you could play, but there was all kinds of stuff there. So there was pre-modern. I did see that. So if you wanted to play pre-modern, and the thing about all these things too is, like a lot of them, they're showcasing this format that they made, but they also have like decks that you can just sit down and play with. So like, if you wanted to play pre-modern, they would have, probably 10 pre-modern decks ready, built, and you just sit down and grab a deck and play. And like, that's the case with most of these formats. It's super awesome. A lot of them,
That's so sick.
yeah, a lot of the stuff, a lot of the decks are proxied, you know, so that you don't have to worry about people tearing up your cards and
Yeah,
stuff like that, or walking
or
off with them.
stealing or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but still, like, I mean, you sit down and they've got, pre-modern decks for you to play with, and so you can just try out all these for like different formats. Just go from one, hop from one to the next. So my favorite thing that we played all weekend was a Momir cube. Okay,
Oh, what?
yeah. So you know what Momir is, right? That's you. So it was a Vanguard card, right? I think the Vanguard was the
Yep.
format it came from, and it was Momir Vig, and so you basically, it's on Arena sometimes too. So you could play it on Arena, and so basically, what it is you have a deck that's all lands in front of you. You draw a hand of lands, and then Momir Vig says that you can discard a card, and then tap a
Hey,
certain amount of pay X, and then you get to randomly get from every Magic card ever printed a random card of that converted mana cost. So if you pay, say for instance, you pay 5, you discard one of your cards, and then you just conjure a 5 converted mana cost spell. Or it's usually creatures. I believe it's all creatures. There are different versions of it, like Mojo Stow and all that stuff, but I believe Momir is all
oh,
creature. I believe Momir is all creatures.
yeah, it's
Um,
all creatures.
you get a 5 mana cost creature in front of you, at random, of any 5 converted mana cost creature of all time in Magic. Of course, in paper, your options are limited. So
Right.
they had you guys had your decks in front of you of lands, and then you had stacks next to you that went from 1 through 7 converted mana cost, and I think there was, I want to say there was 30 or 40 of each card, of each in each stack. He said that he stopped at 7 because his brain was fried from looking at Scryfall, and he just hadn't gone all the way up through 15 or 20 or whatever. And So yeah, that was fun. So what you do is you just tap 2, you discard a card, you pull the top card off of the 2 converter mana cost stack and drop it down in front of you, and if there's any ETB effects or whatever, you get those effects, and that's how you play the game back and forth. So me and my wife played that. I've actually been wanting to build one of those for a long time, and it was super
Yeah.
cool to like play it in person and see and kind of get the gist of what I should be doing. And And so yeah, I really think I definitely want to build one of those for myself. So I don't know how I'll go as far. I kind of want to do like stacks of 100 or something for each converted mana cost, so you have a pretty good randomness. But it'll be kind of cool because I can kind of curate and
Yeah, so you can pull out all the like I auto lose cards like
right, yeah.
Desolation or like or Phage, you like just won't kill yourself
Right, yeah, yeah,
and you,
yeah. You can curate, you can curate the list, it'll be to your liking, and it'll be fun to play because you can pay 8 mana for like a vanilla 5/5 or something, and then just be sitting there just like, okay, yeah, so go, I guess. And
or
so
you could pick a theme. You could be
yeah,
like it's only Ravnica cards or it's only
yeah,
like Zendikar
yeah,
cards or something. That'd
yeah.
be kind of cool.
I don't know that there would be enough to do that. You know what I
Not for
mean?
a
Like,
hundred, but maybe like,
yeah,
20.
you could for sure do that. Yeah,
Yeah.
and just be like it's a Zendikar block, so you could do like Zendikar and then the battle for Zendikar block, and then the Zendikar Rising. You could do all of those, and have
Yeah.
like a Zendikar Momir or something, and or Momir's from Ravnica, isn't he? So that would make
Yeah.
more. It would be more on theme if you did that. But
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, so that was the
Yeah.
first
You
thing.
get Ravnica, Return to Ravnica,
Uh-huh. You get
Ravnica
murders
the
at
third
Karlov
time, and then
Manor.
murders. Yeah. Murders at Karlov Manor.
So yeah, that was the first thing we played. So it was amazing. Yeah, it was awesome. So that was just like that was the first thing we played all weekend. We played a couple games of that, and then I don't know if you've heard of a Judge's Tower. Or if you've ever played Judge's
No, I
Tower?
thought that was like the rule. I thought that was like the drawing the same deck, but the rules or something.
It is, yes, it
Yeah.
is. Yeah, so they had that there, and that was one of my wife's favorite things to do all weekend. And yeah, so what it is you have a stack of cards in front of you. That's your deck, and it's mostly cards that you really have to interact with or have some tricky rules interactions. And you start with 3 points, okay? And if you miss a trigger, or if you don't do something at the right time, or if you make a misplay, if you have an instant, you must cast it at the soonest possible time. If you have activated abilities, you have to activate them as soon as you are allowed to. Like as soon as you play a land, you have to tap it for mana, right? If you miss that, you lose you get a strike. You 3 strikes, you're out. That's how you lose the game. There's no life totals, so you have infinite mana each turn. You have
It's first to mistake out.
it's first to mistake out. There's no life total. Your life total is the 3 strikes. Yeah, and so yeah, so the more cards you have in front of you, the likelier you have a chance of like screwing up,
Making mistakes.
making a
Yeah.
mistake. So we played a game. We sat down, and it was I believe it was a 6-player game, and I finished second. It was between me and another guy, and we were both at 1 point, and I drew 3 cards because we had like a Howling Mine and another card that made you don't want to draw cards because that's more stuff you have
Right.
to like interact with, right?
Yeah.
And I freaking drew Maelstrom Wanderer, right? And so I cast a Maelstrom Wanderer, and then I cascaded, the second time. Or no, I cascaded into an instant or sorcery, but I had it's a Gruul creature that doesn't let you cast non-creature spells. I forget.
Okay.
Nictia, I think, is something like that. Centaur. I think from
Oh,
Theros. Yeah,
Nikia.
Nikia.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nikia. So I had that in front of me, right? And I cast the instant or sorcery off of the cascade, and I wasn't
Which could
allowed
do
to.
that.
Yeah, and I lost. So, yeah.
Gotcha. Dang.
But yeah, it was super
Oh man,
fun.
that's
It was
funny.
super fun. So you like have to keep track of all your triggers. You have to keep track of like what else is on the board in front of you in case that affects like something you play. So it's really helpful. Like to help you learn the rules and help you, play more like aware. because you're having to keep track of everything, and so it's called Judges Tower because judges normally sit down and play it and see who can be the best judge and all that. And normally your starting hand is your judge level, so. So like if you're a level one
Oh,
judge, you'll start with one card. A level two starts with two cards, and so I think like if there's a level four judge, you would start with four cards. So it makes it a lot harder for you, because there's a lot more to keep track of. So you don't want to draw cards
okay.
in this, and you don't want to play permanents, and so you want to have as little interaction with the game as possible to win. But
Please minimize what I'm doing right now.
yeah,
Less is more. The
yeah.
end.
So we got to play two of those games of Judge Tower, and that was super fun too. So, um, but yeah, there was like we played a game called Cat Fight where you start with 9 lives. Each player starts with 9 lives, and you also start with a 9 lives familiar on the board. And so the way you win
Okay.
is to either kill your opponent by dealing 9 damage, or killing their cat 9 times to kill the cat. And so uh, there's different decks that they had pre-made there. They're all every spell costs 1 mana, and yeah, it was pretty fun to try that out. Um, Magic Kids was there. I don't know if you've ever heard of Oathbreaker before.
Yeah. Yep.
So so they had
It came out a
Oathbreaker.
while ago.
Yeah, yeah, it did. I had never played it before. So Oathbreaker is you choose a planeswalker, and then you choose a like signature spell to go along with that planeswalker, and then you build a 60-card brawl deck basically. So you have your planeswalker and your signature spell in the command zone, and then you have a 58-card deck, and you play just like Commander, except you can cast your planeswalker from the command zone, and then as long as your planeswalker is on the battlefield, you can also play the signature spell from the command zone, and both of those are taxed just like.
It's kind of like a legendary sorcery or instant, right?
No,
In a
it
sense,
doesn't.
but it's
It
like
does.
your commander instead of your.
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, and so your commander has to be on the field. Your planeswalker has to be on the field for you to cast the spell. And so I picked. They had a bunch of decks there ready for us to try out, which I love that, man. You just step up and they've got decks ready. You don't have to worry about building decks for a format that you know nothing about. You just get to sit down, grab some decks and play, and there's usually people there setting, and if you have questions you can sit there, and they've created the format so they know what they'll be able to answer your questions efficiently. But I picked a Johnny, and then his signature spell was Heroic Intervention, so very on brand there. And
The
so
original Johnny from Lorwyn?
no, the green white of Johnny. Yeah, it was
Oh,
from
Mentor of Heroes?
from War of the Spark, I think. From War of the Spark, I
Oh, the
believe. Yeah,
Phyrexian one.
yeah. No, no,
Oh
no.
no. The one that puts like a counter on all your guys and then like
Yep, yep, yep.
loyalty counter? Okay,
Yeah,
got it.
it was an Angels based
Gains
deck.
three.
So Sarah was in the Sarah Planeswalker was in there, and all
Oh,
that, and
sick.
then my wife, I forget what deck she played. I honestly don't remember. I just remember the deck I picked. I think. Oh no, she played Domri Raid, so she played the Gruul deck.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I don't remember what her signature spell was, but she beat me, so I blocked that out of my memory. Yeah, she beat me. I think twice. I think she beat me twice. So, but that's something that I think we're gonna build here. That was something that was fun that you can play. You can play a 4-player pod, or it's good 1v1 as well. So like 1v1 commander in if you unless you have the right deck, 1v1 commander is really usually not fun. And we play a lot of 1v1 here, so I think Oathbreaker really fits what we want to do here. So I think we're gonna eventually build
Give
those
that some
decks. So
shots.
so yeah, so we have some stuff to play here. Um,
My
we
commander is Ashiok and my signature spell is Memory Lapse.
so one of my friends there was at Shoebox, and he mentioned that was his deck. So yes, that's
Oh,
a
really?
yep,
I was
yep.
just joking.
No, nope, that's his deck. So yeah. Yeah, so
Oh God.
that's hilarious that you mentioned that, because that's exactly his
Great
deck.
minds.
So um so they had we played Pauper Commander. So we played we did a 4-player. They had decks ready for us, and we sat down and played. One was Arabella. I played Emperor of Palamecia. I think it's the same commander that my youngest son is playing in our weekly commander nights here. The is it one, the blue red guy? So I was like, I grabbed that because
Yeah, yeah.
I knew what it did. And then we were playing against Sir Conrad, and gosh dang, I don't remember what my wife had. I lost very horribly, so I probably blocked that out of my memory too. But she's gonna kill me after this podcast. I can't remember anything that she played this weekend, but it was pretty fun.
I mean, you
I don't.
played so much Magic. I mean, just
Yeah,
like archetypes alone, I'm like, whoa. And the fact, the real secret sauce that I've heard is just like plug and play. Like, so I play
yeah,
Commander and I play like some other formats. It takes me forever to build decks. Like, unless it's like a small format, I'm like, my Commander deck's like every few months, maybe I get one out. Really, like
well,
last year I built like two, and
yeah,
then,
no,
but like limited's great because I just show up and play. Now I
right,
can
yeah,
show up and play in anything. Like that's
yeah,
just I don't have to do any of the setup. Like that's the
yeah.
dream.
And don't get me wrong. So Robert Redbeard, I don't know if you know him. He's on Instagram, and the T Beard are both on Instagram. I've hung out with them at Magic Cons and stuff, and they were both there. And so we kind of since we knew each other, we kind of hung out all weekend. They actually they actually ended up staying crashed in our hotel room Saturday night because of the snowstorm. So we had a fold out
Amazing.
couch. We had like a suite that had a fold out couch in the other room. So so we offered that to them, so they got to sleep on that, and they didn't have to because he lives like an hour and a half away from. He lives in Minnesota, but it's like an hour and a half away. So he was driving back and forth, and they didn't really want to drive in the snow, and so we offered that, and so they ended up staying in the hotel with us on Saturday. But so we hung out with them, and like we played so many games of Commander too with them, and like the first day we played more games of Commander than we played at every MagicCon last year combined. So yeah, like
Wow.
we just got tons of Magic in this weekend. Um, One of my wife's favorite things that we did was called the Horde. I think I talked about it here on the podcast before because I played against it on stream at the beginning of last year, and so Party Jace is the guy that runs it, and he actually lives in St. Louis, so right across the state from us is where he lives. He drove up to Shoebox and brought the Horde, and he has an Infinity Cube, and he's got like all this everything stickered, and he has the everybody that plays in his cube like signs the autograph book, which is one of the cards in Infinity, and
Oh my God.
it has an effect on all the signatures that are on it and stuff, and so he has those in the cube. And but the Horde is what my wife was really looking forward to playing because she saw me play it on stream, and she's like, "That is super cool. I want to play that." And he was there, and we've got to play against the Horde. So it's a 3v1. Um, but you're playing against a deck. The deck autopilots, okay, and you can pick your difficulty level. So there's a easy, medium, hard, super hard, and then nightmare mode, which is like nightmare mode is what I played on stream, and it's like the Eldrazi Titans. It's like every creature that you do not want to face is in this deck. Like the
Nice.
backside of a like Ormondal, like it just comes out as
Oh,
as Ormondal, yeah. Um, and we didn't play the nightmare mode. We started off pretty easy because I played nightmare mode and lost horribly.
yeah, yeah.
But so we started off pretty easy just to kind of get the feel for it, because it was me and my wife and another person, Evelyn, got to play with us, and so we just brought our own decks. I brought my Eldrazi deck because it was probably Eldrazi's probably the most high powered deck I have, and I faced I'd faced the Horde before. I was kind of scared, and so we started out on one of the easier modes, and I really had to hold back because I had um, I had like two of the Emrakul's in my hand. I had the new Ugin on the battlefield, and like it says when you cast a colorless spell, you can like destroy a target permanent. And I just like didn't do that because I was like wanting them to kind of, my wife and Evelyn, I wanted them to kind of, get to play against the Horde and have a, a longer game. So I held back a lot in the first game, and then they were like, well, let's try a harder mode. So we went up to not like the super duper hard nightmare mode, but like one or two levels below that. And so I played my Eldrazi deck, and I kind of let it go, and we did not win though. We were super close. So the way you win is so when the Horde takes damage, right? So if you attack the Horde, um, like say you do 20 damage to the Horde, you
Hmm.
you mill 20 cards. That's how. And so when there's no cards left in the Horde's library and there's no cards left on the Horde's battlefield, that's how you win.
You would.
And
Got it.
we had like not more than 12 cards left in the library, and we ended up losing. Like one more turn, we would have won, but it was super fun. That was probably one of my wife's favorite things she did that week, all weekend, and
That's
it's
pretty
super fun to
cool.
play against. He's gonna bring it in. He's gonna bring it to Vegas. So I think he said he's gonna bring like 3 or 4 hordes to Vegas, so that he can have it going all at the same time. So if you're out there and you're going to MagicCon Vegas, put together a pretty, a decent high powered deck, and go up against the Horde. It's a super fun format. The rules are online. I don't know. I'll try to look for the rules. He hasn't posted, and when he does it on stream, you get points for like how well you did or how many creatures you killed and etc. and stuff like that. So I think my group, even though we lost, we had the second most amount of points of all year last year. So he gave me some prizes while we were there. So it was cool. He gave me some cards and stuff. So yeah, so that was just another one of the things that we got to try out. I don't know if you've seen Party Box. So Pleasant Kenobi has what he calls Party Box. There's a couple videos out there of it, and it's the base is like Magic cards, but then there's like Yu-Gi-Oh cards, there's Pokemon cards,
All right.
there's probably like Desert Storm trading cards, there's probably baseball cards, there's like playing cards that you get on airplanes, and so really it just goes through and like the rules are very like you you kind of like when somebody plays a card, you kind of like as a group determine how the card works. Like
Oh,
if it's a Yu-Gi-Oh card, does it actually have 1,000 power or whatever? And sometimes the answer is yes, but sometimes and so yeah. So I've always wanted to play this. He brought it a couple years ago to Las Vegas, and I didn't get a chance to play it with him. He wasn't there, but somebody was running it there for him because he lives in England somewhere, and so he obviously wasn't going to fly over to run this, but somebody was running it for him. And I have some Simpsons. I've had some Simpsons cards in my land binder, and I've brought them to every con,
yes.
hoping to get these Simpsons cards in the party box. That's like my ultimate goal is to play the party box with him, and because when you play it with him, you get to add cards to the box, right? You get to add your own stuff, and yeah. So I
Get
have
some Wyvern cards in there, some Final Fantasy cards.
yeah.
Not
So
Final Fantasy Magic,
uh,
like the actual.
yeah. So I have two Simpsons cards that I want to get in the party box. That's like one of my goals is to get those Simpsons cards in. And now that my wife got these Mad magazine cards, I think I'm gonna open them and see maybe if I can
There
get
we
some
go.
get some of those in there and see what we can do. But so that was there. There were so many things that we just like didn't get to try, uh, just because like we didn't feel rushed all weekend. Like MagicCons, you feel rushed to try to do everything because there's so much to do. But like
Hmm.
here at Shoebox, it's like really kind of low key. Like there's a lot to do, but like you can just like kind of take your time, and because it's like you just like I said, you walk up to the table, they have stuff ready for you, and you can sit down and 20 or 30 minutes you can play this new format or whatever. Like the cat fight game, we just sat down and like it took 20 minutes probably to play a game, for them to tell us how to play and to play the game, and then you move on to the next thing. And you know, we could have played a lot more stuff there. Some of the stuff they had,
Mhm.
like they had what they called the carnival, which was like the party box was there. There was the basic land game. I'm pretty sure you've played that before, where
Mhm.
each
Yeah.
basic land has an effect. There was like a few other formats that they had that ran from like only till 6 o'clock. The hall was open till 11 o'clock at night. So like you could go, and I think it opened at 9, so you could go and play like
Oh
15
my
hours.
gosh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you could go like play like 15 hours of Magic if you wanted to, and
Yeah.
yeah. So we didn't stay super late. We went out and had dinner with a bunch of other creators on Friday, and then Saturday it snowed, so we just kind of, I think we stayed probably till 8 or 9, and then left and went back to the hotel, and then Sunday we braved the snow and went over, and we stayed probably pretty much till it closed at 6, and then went back to the hotel, and but yeah, it was super fun. It was super casual, super laid back, lots of stuff to do, and like they had I don't remember where we talked about Wizard's Tower. So we talked about Wizard's Tower.
Mhm.
My
Mhm.
friend Sam, also known as Mox Cube, he has the tower that has all the Moxes in it and is like very pimped out, and he has the Mox Cube, which is the same, has all the Moxes, and it's everything. So I played that before, so we didn't sit down and play that. Me and my wife both had played that before, so we didn't sit down and play that. Um, there was Value Vintage, which I'd never heard of before. I know Robert and
Oh,
T
what?
Beer. Yeah, it was called Value Vintage. They had a wheel that you could spin. I don't know, like I haven't done any research on it, but I assume from what I assume, I'm just assuming. I could be completely wrong, but it's like where you get so much money to like draft your vintage deck or whatever, to put your deck together, your vintage deck. I don't know if that's the case or not, but I know Robert and T Bird got to do that, so I'm gonna probably kind of pick their brains and see what that was all about, and I'll try to report back, when I know more about that. But they had that there. Um, they had a clove. It was called Clover. I don't know what that was, but there was people playing it all weekend. All the tables were always full. Um, yeah, and then like I said, Nick Floyd had his own like 4 tables long of just all these different versions of Dan Dan. And there was a white one, there was a black one, there was one called Game of Thrones, where it was Timeless Dragon. So you
Oh, that's
cast,
funny.
yeah, you cast Timeless Dragon, then you could or what is it, embalm it. Is it called embalm?
Internalized.
Internalize, yeah. And bring the zombie 4/4 back to the battlefield out of the graveyard. So you're kind of fighting over what's in the graveyard and what's on the battlefield, and it's just, I think that's the
Ooh.
only creature in there is the Timeless Dragon. There
Oh, that's
was
kind of cool.
Yeah, there was like so many that we didn't get to play, but he sent me the link that has all the stuff in it. So I will
I'm so interested in that. I want to see all the
yeah,
different.
I'll
That's
definitely
so
send you.
cool.
I'll definitely send you that link. But he had Dan Dan there, so he had the secret layer Dan Dan. He had his original personal Dan Dan deck, like that's his list, because his list is different than what Wizards put out. He said that he likes playing the secret layer deck. He says it's super fun. I agree with him. That's it. I've played it a million times, and it's super fun to play. But he said, he thinks his deck is the best version of Dan Dan, and I can't argue with the creator of the format. So he had both of those there. He had the secret layer, and he had his personal version of Dan Dan, and then there was probably 5 other variants that we didn't get to try out. So yeah, so like I said, I've got that link. You can go check out that interview with Nick and see what all the different formats that he had there to play. But man, it like they're planning on doing another one of these next year. I think they're planning on doing 2. I believe it's going to be in Minnesota, because that's where a lot of the creators are based that put it on. and they're talking about doing one in Toronto as well for people that are a little further north as well. So I'm looking forward to next year, and you should definitely make plans to go, Nick.
Yeah, no, that
You
sounds
know,
great. I mean, this sounds like one of the best Magic events I've ever heard of. So
oh yeah, it so this was the very
yeah.
first one. This was the very first one, and I had no idea what I was getting into. Like I had an idea, but I was wrong when I got there. Like I thought I was gonna go play Dan all weekend, and that was not the case. And
Nope.
there was so many cool formats to try out. It's so awesome seeing like what the Magic community just puts together with these cards that you play Magic, and then they just like take these cards and make a whole complete other game out of it. It's so cool to see, and
Yeah,
super
that
fun.
sounds
So
un unparalleled, that experience. Just like,
yeah, I can't hype this event up enough. The only thing I can say is maybe push it back to like April or something, so that I'm not like white knuckling at home through the snow. But yeah,
yeah.
so yeah, I had a super fun time. It was awesome talking to Nick, and picking his brain and doing the interview. He's such a cool guy, like super nice. He says he has like a group of people that he meets with like on a regular basis. And they just like brainstorm all these different ideas, and so he has like this whole like um, variant format like brain trust of people.
Ecosystem.
It's just
That's
like,
so cool.
yeah, people inventing these formats, and so yeah, so all the versions that he of Dan that he had there, like the white one, that was not his creation. It was one of his friends that made it up, and so he brought that those to the event with him. So yeah, it was yeah, I just can't say enough good things about this weekend. Oh, we got to play. So my friend, another friend, Steven, Cop
Uh-huh.
online. I met him playing. We were ambassadors together for Tarkir, and we played on stream a couple times together, and we met up in person at MagicCon Vegas last year, and hung out and had I love Steven. He's one of my favorite people, but he has I'm on a white Dan, and it's based on, dang it, I just played it. Now I'm gonna forget the creature, but it's a white creature, something
What's it do?
sanctifier. Um, you get to look at the top cards of the library when it becomes day and night, and so
Oh,
that's his version. My son got to play it against him in Vegas last year, and I've been wanting to play it ever since. And so my he let my wife and I play it together. So I finally got to play that.
oh, whoa. Celestis Sanctifier?
Yes, Celestis Sanctifier. Yeah, yeah, that's his mono white Dan, and so we got to play that deck. So yeah, I finally got to play it. I've been wanting to play it since Vegas. My son got to play it there, but I got to watch, but we didn't have time to play another game. So yeah, I finally got to play that this weekend, and because he was there, he was doing like coverage and stuff for the event, and so yeah, I got to see him and play his version of White Dan with the Celestis Sanctifier. So I'm sure I'm forgetting stuff that
That's such
you
a
know,
wild card.
yeah, it's fun too.
Huh.
The
Yeah.
he's been like playtest. He works at a LGS in New York, and so
Oh,
he like lets people play test this for him. So he's been constantly working on the getting fine tuning the deck list. So yeah, it's
that's
super
so
fun to
cool.
play. Yeah, so
Yeah,
I'm
I'm so
sure.
hyped to play some of these different formats. I mean, this is like what I want to do because I think like this is Magic's kind of like a serious game, and like when you show up, it can be a little serious, and you show up and you're like gonna play your deck, you like invest all this time, effort, mind share, and you can just like sit down
Yeah.
and you're like, oh, or have this big long game, and then you're kind of exhausted, and you're like, kind of like, oh, or my deck's not built right today, so I can't really go edit it right now. And
Yeah.
you ruminate, and you're like, ah. But this is
Yeah,
like kind of cuts right through that. You can play your regular decks. You can
absolutely.
go
Yeah.
take a break, go have a competitive game. You can go have a flight game. Like
Yeah.
I just love that like toggle, or maybe get like a really bad beat in like a game that you didn't really enjoy, and you're like, you know what? I'm
Yeah.
gonna go play this game that just is a total game where it's like, oh, let's play like the party box. Like let's
Yeah,
get
right.
crazy,
You're
and
like
just
I
totally like shift your attention onto like fun again, and then you go
yeah.
back and you play.
You're like I missed three
Or
trigger I missed three triggers in this game and lost, so I'm going to go, play Judge's Tower to like give myself,
sharpen my skills.
yeah. Yeah, so punish myself
I need to
for
bring my
missing my
attention.
triggers and
Or if I want to check out, I can just like, I've had enough. I'm like a little tired. I'm just gonna go play Momir because I'm just like kind
right,
of
yeah.
just what's on
Yeah.
top of this? What's on
Yeah,
top of this?
exactly.
What's on
Yeah.
top? Oh
Yeah,
my
no
God,
no thought
just
required. Yeah,
yeah, you
for
know.
sure.
So I love that. I mean, it's not an expensive thing. It's just kind of like fun. You're playing, you're meeting people who love the same thing, and like not only
Yeah.
that, you're getting like to make something unique. And I think that's really Magic's strong point. Like we're always used to like formats and all this stuff, but
Uh-huh.
really like that uniqueness factor. That's what I mean. Commander exists just because of players. All
Yeah.
these things are just like born of the players. So it's kind of cool to see a whole place that's born of the players.
I would bet you that Commander was the least the was the format that was played the least this weekend. I would bet
Yeah, it
Commander
takes too long.
was
Why would you want to play Commander when everyone
Yeah.
can play anything else? Like
Yeah,
it's such
right.
quick because Magic is a quick game. It's like a 20-minute game maybe.
Yeah.
Matches are played in an hour. So now you're just like grinding through games like, you know,
Yeah, so the
yeah.
the probably the longest game we played was the game of Judge Tower. It went on for probably like an hour and a half. But it's because we had so many people playing
That's
it.
crazy.
And yeah.
Oh, it was a huge, huge swath of people.
Yeah, yeah, we had I
Gosh.
think we had 6 people playing. And we had also 5 strikes instead of 3, so that's why it took so long.
Oh,
So
wow.
once we sat down for the second game, we played that on Saturday. We sat down for the second game on Sunday. We're like, okay, we're playing 3 strikes because 5 it was way too long, and so yeah, it was it
I was
was
expecting that to be way worse because, like, I was thinking the rules cards could be so nasty. Like, there's some
man,
crazy cards. Like, hey, I'm like, what does this even say? Like, what is this?
it's
Like, first card you flip, illusionary mask. What does this do? Something like Chains of Mephistopheles. Like, oh my God, my head's already bleeding.
well, also
You
it's
know?
kind of funny because they have like older printings of the cards in there, like and so like it says like it can attack the turn it comes into play, but like the Oracle text says it has haste. And so like
Yeah,
you have
yeah.
to like read the card and determine like what the Oracle text should say and stuff. And
You
yeah,
can
it's
only play this card before combat on your turn, like some
right,
Forgotten
yeah.
Kingdoms
Like
card or something.
they had the old cards in I think it was red elemental blast where it's an interrupt instead of an instant and yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
And
but
those
yeah.
ones, like, because some of those can like target anything, it just won't blow it up if it's like a certain color.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
like
You have to like determine like can I cast a spell because I don't have legal targets and all this stuff and yeah,
yeah,
it's
I'm sure it's
super
tricky.
fun.
Like
Yeah.
kicker cards, cast like splice cards, like yeah, I'm sure it's like
Yeah.
a nightmare.
I would love to see you play it, but like they have like they had a judge sit so the first game a judge sat down and played with us, right? And we were calling I had to call him out on a couple things. It was funny and give him some
Oh, that's
strikes.
great.
Yeah. And then the second game we played we had he must have been like a level 4 judge or something, but he was like the like I had like 3 triggers on the stack in my draw step, and I resolved them in the
Mhm.
wrong order. And he's like, "Yeah, that you get a point for that." So it's like if we would have been in the other game, I would have been able to probably get away with that because it was all just drawing cards in my draw step. But he was like super particular, and like nope. He's like, "What card did you draw? What card did you draw for last?" And I was like, "This one right here." And he's like, "Yeah, that's a point because you should have drawn that first because that was the first trigger to go on the stack and all this stuff." And I was like,
Right, so
"Okay,
yeah,
cool." So,
yeah,
but
you missed, you like stacked it and then you like didn't stack it backwards, so you're like,
right,
oh,
yeah, and it's funny
yeah,
they had like a little postcard there that said the stack, so you could like physically make the stack and resolve it if you
that's
needed to,
awesome.
But yeah, I think like having like a
I
higher
remember
level.
having conversations being a judge, being like this. So it's here, then it's here, then it's
Yeah,
here, and then you go boop boop boop. And I'd
right.
literally get magic cards and be like this, then that, then this.
Yeah,
This is your triggered ability, and then they're like, oh, yeah. I was a judge
yeah.
for a while. It was fun.
Yeah, I think
Good
it was
stuff.
more fun having the higher level judge there to like point out those very, because I like really never would have thought about that, but in when he pointed that out, that's like something that I'm gonna think about forever now. And so like because you if something happens during your draw step, you just draw the cards, you don't like individually
Yeah,
resolve the triggers normally. And
yeah.
so but it's kind of cool to kind of sharpen your skills like that. And I was impressed that I did so well on our 6 player game. So I knew
Well, and
I
that's
drew.
just goes to show you too, because back in the day, it used to be so crazy. You'd have to like, I remember hearing stories of like people casting Harrow, and then if
Uh-huh.
they put the physical card Harrow into their graveyard before they got the lands, they're like,
Yeah,
it's
they're like, oh, it's
resolved.
resolved. Yeah, you don't get to search. And yeah.
It's like what? And it's like, yeah, like stupid crap like that. So it's funny how like, ridiculous they used to be about it, and now they're like, okay,
Yeah.
like, yeah, you get it. You're gonna draw all 3 of these
Right.
cards. Like, who
Yeah.
cares? But now it's like, okay, in this instance, how does it work though? And you're like,
Yeah.
oh well,
Yeah. Yeah. It's like
yeah. So that's
super
cool.
competitive Ariel. So,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Max
yeah.
competitive.
But yeah, it was fun. It was a super fun weekend. I had a blast, and I wish that you would
Shoebox.
have went with us. It would have
Yeah.
you would have absolutely loved it. I saw the pre-modern sign, and I was like, man, Nick would have loved this because we just talked about that on
Oh,
the last podcast.
that
And
would have been so good. It would have scratched that itch right there. I'd be like,
yeah,
yes.
yeah, and I
Oh,
wish. Um, I think it was Friday or Saturday. I saw that, and I was like, I want to try this out. And then I don't think they were there Sunday or something. Like the snowstorm really did affect Sunday because like some people didn't come back Sunday that were putting on some of these events and stuff because of the snow. So that did kind of affect it, but yeah, overall it was a great time. So
oh man.
yeah,
I'm
if
so
you
so sad I missed it because
yeah
that
if
sounds so freaking sick. I would when you said you're going, I really had not really a big idea of what you're gonna go do, and then I'm like, oh my god, that's like exactly what I'd want to do. Like, you
yeah, it
kidding
was
me?
it was super
Yeah,
last minute too, because like
yeah.
we're trying to budget for Vegas, and we're trying to budget for Amsterdam, and all that stuff. And I was kind of like, I'll just pass, I'll just skip this one. And then they had all that stuff was going on last month in January and February with all with ice up there and all that stuff. And I was like, I really don't want to
Yeah.
like go you know be part of that. And
Well, I
so
remember
then
even saying to you, like, oh, that's
yeah.
could be sketchy up there.
Yeah, and they were aware of it too. And they put out some stuff about they were trying to work around it. And then, like, I don't know, it was last week, 2 weeks ago or something, I was talking to my wife. I was like, hey, since all this is not going on up there anymore, do you just want to drive up there for the weekend and check this out? And she's like, yeah, heck yeah. So props to her for making this happen. And she had a blast too. Like, she was like, I love MagicCons, but this was so much fun. And because it's like MagicCon in slow motion. Like, I don't know, it's like chill MagicCon. So you like,
Chill.
yeah,
I'm all about chill.
like I said, there's so much to do at MagicCon besides play Magic. But like here, it's like you play Magic, and you can play Magic, 100 different ways. So yeah,
Oh
if
yeah.
it, when they tickets go on sale next year, definitely go buy them. Plan on going to this event next year. It was
Yeah.
super fun. So
I might next year. I'll be there. We'll go. Let's do this. I mean,
it's
that's an easy ask for me. That's my type of thing.
it's
So
kind of funny
let's
the
get up
time.
there, get a hotel.
It's kind of funny the timing of this Dan Secret Lair drop too, with Nick being at this
Yeah.
event this weekend, and then the drop happening today. So
Yeah.
uh,
It was all in sync.
right, yeah. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, it was a fun time. So I'm
Yeah.
home safely, and glad to be home and rest now. And we're gonna do have a St. Patrick's Day party here tomorrow, and have the boys
Nice.
over to um, play Magic. We missed last week because a couple of them were sick, so we're going to have come over for St. Pat's Day. We're going to open some Turtles cards, and we're going to play our Commanders game. So we'll each get 6 packs to add to our decks, and maybe make some new Commanders out of what we open, and we'll see. But we've got our Turtle stuff ready, and so I'm looking forward to that as
Turtle
well. So
time.
yeah, Turtle time.
Turtle time. Let's go.
Have you had a chance to
Let's
play
go.
that? Have you had a chance to play your team up box yet?
I have not. I've
Okay.
just got to play my. I haven't actually even this whole weekend. I didn't get to play my commander deck again. But yeah, just been playing that and looking forward to playing that some more. I have my second edit round is coming up, so I'm excited to see how much better it can be.
Yeah.
But I've been having fun with that, and I'm still trying to pick up my last few turtle cards. I'm eyeballing the 8-bit Bebop and Rocksteady and being like, am I about to spend another $200 on this set? Like, probably. This is the most I spent. This is the most I spent on Magic for like just
Yeah.
myself. Like this is like crazy. I'm like, first I'm like, it's not that bad. Then I got convinced to open a collector booster, and I was like, oh no. And now I'm like, oh no,
you
I gotta get them. Like,
Yep, you got those 2 boxes sitting
yeah,
there still, don't you?
yeah, 2 boxes in there. Yep. And now I gotta get my Krang and my Mikey and my maybe get a couple more 8-bits and just keep an eye on the 8-bits. I
Yeah.
did snipe. I did get the Super Shredder, so a couple of Super Shredder. Oh, did I tell you I got another Super Shredder?
So you
Like
bought
on
a
my
Super
birthday, James
Shredder,
gave me
and then
the.
you opened one. Yeah. Yeah.
I got one in my. No, I got
the
one in my collector booster,
Right,
but then I also got gifted
the
a
bundle.
pre-release kit,
Oh,
and in
okay.
the
Oh
pre-release
yeah, it
kit,
was
I
the
opened the Super Shredder
yeah, it
foil.
was is the promo, your promo card.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah, oh, we did talk about that, but yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited to get some more Commander in.
Yeah. How's the cube
Yeah,
coming?
no, it's. Oh, I have not messed with that in a while.
You haven't worked on
It's.
the cube? Okay.
Yeah, I've been working
Well,
on my
so
decks a little bit.
I tell you what,
Cube's
if
on
you
pause.
get your queue put together, get your queue put together for Shoebox next year. Take it with you, and you'll have some people there that'll draft it. So,
You
you know,
did give me. I did have that thought when you said that. I was like, oh, I can
yeah,
just bring my cube and see what
yeah,
people think.
absolutely.
Get like all the feedback at once.
It
Yeah.
cube. I don't play cube. I like to draft, but like in an event like this, like where time, like you don't have like a million hours. I'm hesitant to draft a cube because it's like it does take a lot of time. So somebody did ask me, if I would play their cube, and I was like, I'm sorry, I don't have time, and you don't want to commit, like hours to draft a full cube. So I felt bad, that I had to decline that, but there was just so much that I wanted to try there, and like everybody, like your cube is very personal, and it feels bad, like when somebody asks you to play their cube and you're just like, I'm sorry, no. But so
I
yeah,
know
so
it's like
but
an art project, and then you're like, and this is the things I love in Magic or something, and then
but
you're like, here, check out my baby, and they're like, your baby's ugly. You're like, no,
no, but no, the
get that
thing is,
baby away
like
from me.
I knew they would get like enough people to play their cube there. You know what I mean? Like if I would have just been taking up a
Yeah,
spot.
you're not the linchpin. You're not the linchpin. Yeah.
Right. So yeah, so get your
Yeah.
cube put together for next year, and we'll head up there and have some fun. So
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. This sounds like this is up my alley. This is like
yeah,
I've convention for years, and this is just
yeah,
like the conventioning I've always done.
yeah,
Because actually when I go to anime conventions, actually this weekend was also NakaCon here in Kansas City. I didn't end up going to that this year, but what I do when I go to those like anime conventions is I bring some cards, I bring my video game controllers. I spend most of the day, like some of the downtime, I'll just go play Magic with new people. I'll play
yeah.
Super Smash Brothers or video games. And then at the night, you gotta all get together and party and like commingle and stuff and eat like Japanese food and stuff. But or
Yes.
if you can, yeah.
Yeah, sadly,
So
we didn't get to like venture out into the city. We didn't. We ate at the
oh
convention
no,
hall. Yeah, we ate at the convention hall, and then we went to this Italian place with the other creators because it was like right across from the convention hall. We just walked over there, and then um, we went back to the hotel Sunday and ate at the hotel because they had a restaurant there, so we ate there. And we, because of the snow, we didn't really like get to venture out and stuff because we talked about like popping over
Oh
to
yeah.
Mall of Americas because it's like 15 or 20 minutes away. And then like on Sunday, by the time we left, they were only open till like 7 or something, so by the time we got there they would have closed. So um but the snow kind of trapped us in the hotel, but so we didn't get to venture out in the city, but we had a great time regardless. So it was kind of nice to go back to the hotel and kind of decompress and stuff like that. So, but
Yeah, I
yeah,
hear you.
yeah.
No,
So
it sounds like a great time. I'm looking forward to next year. We'll do this. That's the easy ask. Unless
cool.
something in
Yeah,
my life has changed dramatically, which it kind of does these last few years.
yeah.
Hopefully not, and it'll be fine. So
But it's been
yeah.
for the better.
So
So it's been for the better since
yeah,
since we started this
we're on the up.
podcast.
We're on
So
the up.
yeah, yeah.
Yes,
So
we are flying up.
well, I'm
But
I'm
yeah,
sad you didn't get your secret layers today, but
it's all right.
I've got the decks here. If you want to play anytime, I'll play with you. So,
Sounds good to
but
me. Sounds good to me.
you also you can put your own together. So the deck list is out there. You can assemble the cards
Yeah,
yourself. So, but
but the laziness factor. See, I just had to click a button, and
yeah,
it just
it
comes to
won't
me.
look as good,
See, it's the
but
same thing as this convention where it was like all the stuff's done for me. See, I like that experience.
yeah, true.
This turtle deck is the fastest commander deck I've ever built. It was just like that. I swapped some cards.
Yeah, it looks super fun.
No
So
thinking, just
yeah.
play.
All right.
I'm a
Well,
pilot. I'm not an engineer.
yeah. So, like I said, go watch the Dan video. I've had the Dan video out there since October. It's been blowing up the last few days with the Secret Lair release, and go watch the video of the interview with Nick Floyd, the creator of the deck, the format, if you will, and also if you got the Secret Lair, I'm happy for you. If you didn't, I'm sorry that you didn't get one. But it's the Chaos Vault, so hopefully they see that it sold out super quick. So maybe they're gonna do these events at future Magicons maybe, and head out to a
Dan Secret
Magicon.
Lair, but it's SpongeBob themed.
uh,
Coming at you.
well, they do have the Nickelodeon license, so they can. What was it? Dan Schneider was the guy that made all those Nickelodeon shows like iCarly and stuff. So they could have Dan. It was Dan Schneider.
Dan and Dan. Oh my gosh, that'd be funny. Oh my god.
So no, I think he turned
I'm
out to
down
be
for
a.
that, honestly. Do
I
that.
think he
That would
turned out to
be
be a very
fun.
terrible person. So I think he got
Oh.
canceled. So yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah. I
I
know what
don't
you're
think
talking about.
yeah, I don't think
I
that's gonna
remember.
happen. But
Don't do that. Don't
so.
do that. So you were worried about these people getting canceled. Now you're stuck.
All right, you got
Cool.
anything else, Nick?
That's all I got, Josh.
Okay, all right. Well, check out the videos that I got up. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and get your tickets for Shoebox next year when they go on sale. I cannot highly recommend this event and enough. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, guys. We'll see you next time.